and welcome to Berlin. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks a lot for everyone organizing that. I also wanted to introduce Bettina Mehne, who is here with me in the back. Yeah, so if there are any questions or so, come up to us afterwards or tomorrow. So we are here for you. A few words to myself and perhaps also to Bettina. I ran the Vienna Konzerthaus for 6 years, and I was in technology beforehand, but don't despair, I actually was an opera singer, which you sometimes might hear in my voice. Bettina was with me at the Konzerthaus for 6 years, was the head of artistic planning there, and before that she was in the Kammerphilharmonie Bremen and at various agencies and. I mention that particularly because we are an online platform, but what I call it, we are an online platform with a personal touch. So we know what the industry is about, and we are living in this industry with many musicians and so on. So that makes us a bit different than probably some of the others. A year ago, I founded Hello Stage, and I'll come to that a bit later. But for the moment, where I would like to start with is actually saying, you know, what happened, yeah, and why did we found Hello Stage? Why do we need all these digital aggregation and these issues? You might remember this house. It's a wonderful house in New York. It's Carnegie Hall, and until recently, it was the halls actually which were really important. You lived in Berlin, you went to the Philharmonie, you went to the Konzerthaus here, you went to the opera houses. That was it. Yeah? You were content with it, but you also didn't have any other opportunities. Because simply as an audience, going for an opera production or a concert to Paris would have been a nightmare just about 10 to 15 years ago. You wouldn't even find what's online, what's actually happening there. Yeah? You couldn't get any tickets. Yeah? So you had probably the chance of a specific travel agency taking you there and having a good time. But today, you go online, you see what's on, you can buy your tickets online. Everything has actually changed. The internet and the digital world has changed a lot. And there are many people who made good use of that. And I'll take one example, not of the music business, but of this guy. He's actually a criminal. And you might have heard about him, it's Bernie Madoff. And he created a Ponzi scheme. You know what a Ponzi scheme is? It's very simple. I ask you to give me €1. Yeah? And I'll ask you and you. And you ask the people behind you to give you €1. And I always get 20% from you. Yeah? That works fantastic, and you will get 10% from him actually. Yeah? So it works fantastically as long as the new people giving in money. Fantastic. He went to prison for that, because at some point it just broke down, but he played very, very strongly this kind of new audiences in his kind of investors. He made people believe that he really could print money. And now just take a step back and think what that could actually mean for classical music. If we don't take a euro, I don't take a euro from you, but you'd start telling me about the last performance you heard and what was special about it. And you ask him about his last performance, and you speak about him about the last performance or the last CD you heard. Suddenly, we can create something we heard so much about this afternoon and this morning. We can create buzz. Yeah? And it's up to us actually to do that. Yeah? We at Hello Stage make it a habit, which we not really do every day, but we try to every day to pick something up, either from our artists or from somewhere else, to write about it, saying, you know, I just picked up this piece of music, it's fantastic. Yeah? We liked it because of this or that. Yeah? We like the singers because they mixed Renaissance music and contemporary music. Yeah? It is up to us actually, as an audience, as people in the business, to create this buzz, and it's very, very simple. And aggregators like Nomad Music or FEVIS or ourselves, they can help you with that. And actually, in the music business, in the pop music, if you look at the pop music business, they do that all the time. They are perfect in that. Yeah? There are a couple of examples here. There's Lady Gaga, there's Madonna, there's Justin Bieber. These guys have a bigger audience on social media than anybody else, than Barack Obama or anybody else you can think of. Yeah? And the amazing thing is, they don't just push out news and saying, oh, I play a concert here or there. They really engage with their audience, with their fans. Lady Gaga is probably the very best example of that. I don't know if somebody researched her or was a fan of hers. Yeah? She created this little monstrous community, yeah, where people actually go, where she interacts with the people. It's her own social media community. It's amazing. So it's all about this kind of interaction, which is important and which we also can use in classical music. Yes, these guys are superstars, and it's always easier with superstars. Yeah, the Berlin Philharmonic or the Vienna Philharmonic or so, for them it's much easier than for many of you here in the room or many artists out there. But there's, for example, in the pop music, one startup based in Sweden, I think, called mus.com. And what they do is very, very simple. If you are a fan of a band, you can put your name down on the website saying, I'm a fan of this band and I would like a concert here in Berlin this time. And then you'll ask your friends and say, why don't you come with me if they come to that? And so, more and more people say, oh, I would love to hear this band here in Berlin. And then when there are enough people, yeah, they actually put on the show, which is very simple then, because the fans actually get to see the bands they like. Secondly, the promoter doesn't have a big risk, and the band actually gets a full house. So it's a fantastic startup idea. Yes, in classical music things work a bit differently, and we would not necessarily always like our fans to create the programs and to do the programming for us, but there are ideas in there which are worth thinking about. And that's also where we come in as Hello Stage. Here are just some of our artists. And Hello Stage is just the idea of really connecting the classical music community. And I give you one example why I actually started with this idea and with this project, or it's a company now, it's not a project anymore. 1.5 years ago, one of the FEVIS members, actually, Le Musicien de Louvre, came to Vienna with Mark Minkowski, and they did Flying Dutchman from Richard Wagner. And Mark had a center who was absolutely amazing. She was stunning. She was not a young singer anymore. And I was a singer myself, and so I went up to her and said, I went up to Mark and said, where did you find her? Do you know where he found her? He found her on YouTube. Mark and his partner, they are surfing the internet and YouTube nights and nights to find talent, to find specific singers. And when I heard that, I said, that's not possible. I think Mark and all these people have better things to do than to surf the internet and YouTube. Yeah? We need to have a platform where you really can quickly find what you're looking for. When you put in a pianist for Beethoven's 5th piano concerto, you'll get over 1 million hits on YouTube, on Google. Is it relevant to you? No, it's not. Promoters at Hello Stage have the opportunity to put exactly that in. They get the artists who have that in their repertoire. They can look where and with whom they played it. They have all the information in one place. Yeah? That's the basic idea actually of Hello Stage. Making the information about artists and ensembles available in one place where promoters can find it and can use it. There's a little kind of view on what it is also about. This is a part of our media stream, and if you go to hellostage.com, you'll see this media stream. It changes all the time, and it is also a fantastic promotion tool. Part of this media stream is also going to Slip Disc of Norman Lebrecht, the widest read blog in classical music. But to be honest, we are following him pretty closely. There's still a bit of quite a gap, but we are really growing there as well. So it is also a fantastic place to promote your artists, because there's a lot of people going there from the community looking for artists and ensembles, getting inspired and seeing what's happening. It is also a good place actually to connect with others. More and more members simply start speaking to other promoters, to composers, to pianists, to singers, whatever. Yeah? And we'll make sure actually in the development plan that there's more and more coming. When you put in a pianist for Beethoven's 5th piano concerto, you'll get over 1 million hits on YouTube. Is it relevant to you? No, it's not. Promoters at Hello Stage have the opportunity to put exactly that in. They get the exactly that in one place where promoters can find it and can use it. It is also a part of our media stream. Part of this media stream is also going to Slip Disc of Norman Lebrecht, the widest read blog in classical music. The development plan. There's something coming up for ensembles and orchestras, and I'm very proud to announce that today to you. We will have what we call an orchestra touring feature. What it is very simple. As an ensemble, as an orchestra, you can put your planning of a tour, for example, to Asia, online on Hello Stage. It will be only seen by promoters, so it's not public. No other orchestras or ensembles will see it. No musicians will see it. Only promoters. And the promoters have then the opportunity to say, I'm looking for a specific early music ensemble for 2016 in Shanghai. And suddenly they can go, they can filter, and then they can go and contact you there, or your management, or whomever there. Yeah? So it will make the touring much more transparent and much easier, yeah, also to get and to buy actually tours. That's something we even at the Konzerthaus would have loved to have, because suddenly you're looking for something, I don't know, we need another orchestra concert in March. Yeah? And you ring all the agents up whom you know, and they say, oh, sorry, for March we don't have anything, yeah, but I have great tour for April, May, June, or something like that. Yeah? This will help actually to find the right tours and the right things. I don't want to speak too much about Hello Stage. The easiest thing is speak to the people who know it already here, or who are members. Try it out. You can try it out very easily, full features for a month, completely free. Decide for yourself if it's good or not, if you use it or not. Come back to us and tell us what you like and what you don't like, yeah, because we're still developing it. Secondly, there's another reason why you should actually have a look at it, and these are simple numbers. We are half a year old, or half a year online, yeah, since end of January. We get now 200,000 hits per month, growing, and we are about, yeah, this week probably 80,000 hits. So within the comparable sites, we are probably the biggest. We have currently 5,000 members, growing every day, and we have something like already 25,000 members on Facebook. We have a growing Twitter community, and what we also do for our members is simply we really retweet them, we follow them, we write about them to our community. So even if you have a small following, it's a great tool actually to grow your following. And in this respect, you know, thank you very much for having us. Please look at the site. Please help us all to create the buzz. That's much more important than anything else. Start making it a habit that we write about what we find fascinating about classical music every single day on your personal Twitter accounts, on your personal Facebook accounts. Yeah? That will grow the industry, that will grow the fascination, and I'm looking forward also to read that. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you around. Thank you very much.